So our first product was a Bitcoin ATM, which we launched in 2014. And we have a lot of Bitcoin ATMs operating all over the world right now. I think something close to 200. And so the biggest deployed network in the United States right now is running on our software. That classically has been our flagship product. But ever since then, we've launched a number of other products. One of them, which I spoke about at this conference, was the Katina project, which is more of a software as a service product. And we also run a cryptocurrency exchange, just like everybody else these days, because it's a pretty lucrative business. That's a great question. You know, I think we've been at this since 2013, effectively. And so we've been through a lot of slumps. Like, this is nothing new to us. And if anything, this slump is not as bad as I expected it to be. I still remember, you know, January 2014 when we went from $1,000 to $250, and then eventually a little bit lower than that. That was a very tough time. And so this slump actually, I think, is pretty healthy. I'm pretty happy that we've had. It's healthy because I think it's returned a little bit of sanity to the market. I don't think that you can have an asset price go from, say, 1,000 to 20,000 in I think close to a year, and then continue on that trend. That is not healthy, in my opinion. And so I think that it's bringing a little bit more sanity to the market, and hopefully cooler heads are now investing more coherently with more of a thesis. I can tell you for sure, like, any drop in price has a drop in demand for cryptocurrencies. And so definitely it impacts our bottom line to a certain degree, but Bitaccess is still a profitable company. I think a lot of companies experienced this in our space. 2017 was really challenging because there was just so much growth. Most of us were just scrambling to upgrade our tech stacks to be able to manage the influx of customers. Now that we have done all those upgrades and we can manage the current scale of operations, we're focusing on marketing again. And so really it's just getting the word out there about our products and services and making sure that we're top of mind. I think that we actually have already launched a couple of new products that you probably haven't heard of, and that's just because we haven't had time to market them. And so, for example, we just recently launched our fast cryptocurrency exchange, which allows you to do non-custodial trading across blockchains of about 130 different cryptocurrencies. You can trade from a hardware wallet, from Bitcoin to Ethereum, to any amount of tokens without having to set up an account or have to deposit your money on an exchange. And so there's a lot of cool products that we've already launched that we're just getting the word out about now. I think we've got our hands full with all the products we've got to right now, and so our plan is to just make sure that we get market dominance in the industries that we're already in. We started Bitaccess with the hope that we would work there forever, and we're trying to build a company that we want to work at forever. We have a variety of clients. Like, one of our clients is the government of Canada. You know, Deloitte is one of our clients. We have a lot of smaller cryptocurrency companies, for example, in the United States, like CoinCloud, who are our clients. And so we have a wide variety of clients, whether it be like large corporates like Deloitte or small fintech companies across the globe. I'd say right now the biggest challenge is talent acquisition. The industry is growing really, really quickly, and to grow as fast as the industry is growing, you have to grow your team. And it's very challenging to get really good talent because there's not that much experience, and so you have to bring on new talent, train them very quickly, and it's not necessarily a very simple industry to get trained in. And so the real land grab right now is on talent. I think that it's going to be a pretty big challenge for the industry going forward. I don't know if there's a real quick fix for this. I mean, experience is built through time, and there's no way to get around that. And so fundamentally, the industry is likely going to be constrained in growth on the talent side for some time as we start to onboard engineers, get them familiar with this technology, and really get them coding, shipping code, learning from their mistakes. That's going to take some time. I've been in this industry for a long time, so I'm still very preferential towards Bitcoin. But I can say, well, just because I believe that it is currently acting as the reserve currency of the entire industry, and I don't necessarily see any other crypto replacing it anytime soon. I think it's been very prudent in its scaling approach. I know that there's been a lot of debate around that. I'm also very happy with how Ethereum has been executing. I'm a privacy nut, so any cryptocurrency has very strong privacy features, is a great technology in my opinion, but I do stipulate that these are not investments in my sense. I believe I'm just buying into a new technology. I don't advise the people to consider cryptocurrency really as an investment for the most part. And if you are, you should probably have like a 20-year time frame. Yeah, so I think that that's a very fair statement in a grander sense. Right now, when you want to launch a token, typically the routine is you have a really great idea, you build a team around it, you write some type of a basic white paper, and then you go to talk to lawyers. And the problem is, not that the lawyers aren't doing their jobs well, but the lawyers will then start telling you a whole bunch of regulations and how you should modify your technology to adhere to some very fluid regulations in different jurisdictions. And the result of that is we're starting to see some interesting new models emerge that may not have very good technical sound reasoning. And so if the solution to that is just that everything be designed as a security, that might be a good thing. It might be that we just stop telling engineers to redesign their systems to adhere to some arbitrary law and just build the best technology and then let the regulations just act as they should. I mean, I've been in this industry for a long time, so I'm still very preferential towards Bitcoin. But I can say, well, just because I believe that it is currently acting as the reserve currency of the entire industry, and I don't necessarily see any other crypto replacing it anytime soon. I think it's been very prudent in its scaling approach. I know that there's been a lot of debate around that. I'm also very happy with how Ethereum has been executing. I'm a privacy nut, so any cryptocurrency has very strong privacy features, is a great technology in my opinion, but I do stipulate that these are not investments in my sense. I believe I'm just buying into a new technology. I don't advise the people to consider cryptocurrency really as an investment for the most part. And if you are, you should probably have like a 20-year time frame. I have classically never tried to forecast Bitcoin cryptocurrency prices. I'd say on a very long time frame, I believe it's going to do very well. A long time frame to me is like a 20-year forecast. And anytime I speak about whether or not you should purchase cryptocurrency, I'd say, unless you have a 20-year forecast, you'll never find a good time to buy it.